And
It's like,
so
yeah.
I guess, I think Bloodthirsty is probably the next one we could talk about.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like as we get more into these, we'll have more to say because I feel like this is a really good one.
Yeah, this is a really good one. This is like was this actually the first one released under the name Reptilian Club Boyz?
I think so because the previous ones were just DUMD and
It was
HI-C.
just DUMD and HI-C, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was, and it has a like RCB on the cover.
for sure. And also, this is the PS1 one.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one that looks like the PS1 cover.
Yeah, it has the rated D for drip.
Yeah, which is great.
I love it. I love it. Like it looks like it was made in like MS Paint.
Oh, it's like the damn cover, but but really whacked out on cocaine.
Yeah, and it's wonderful. I love it.
It's absolutely wonderful. It's fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a great. This is a great.
This is like it's kind of like it's like darker sounding kind of.
For sure, this is
like
definitely.
It almost kind of has like a Memphis twist to it. A little bit.
I feel like this is the most like one of the most like tread of their projects.
Oh yeah, I can see that too.
For sure, as opposed to like the cloudier stuff.
Yeah, with like because it's very like the beats are very fast paced and.
For sure, and the last two songs
very icy.
The last two songs are fucking.
Oh nuts. 7-Eleven is 7-Eleven. Like, that's probably my favorite on here.
Shout out to Party Time. Shout out to all of the it's party time like tags on RCB projects.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, this is really great. I mean, like, I will say, like, their production is like insane. Like, how does Bloodthirsty sound like the way it sounds? You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is also in 2019. Yeah, it's like a culmination of like the tread and the cloud rap and with like this darker twist kind of.
Right, and it's like the evolution just project to project when they're all coming out in such a short period of time is like crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that shouldn't be the case, but it is.
But it is, yeah, and it's like these projects feel like they could have come out like within years of each other, but yet they all just came out like within months of each other.
Yeah, and it's just like these are like discographies being built very quickly in a super short period of time.
Yeah, like it's all very quality.
Yeah, and it's just like, how are they doing it?
Yeah, like how are they able to like have like it's like they just had all these ideas like for years and they're just like now kind of putting them out there.
But yeah, this is a great project. I think my favorite song is probably Party Time, but also Bloodthirsty and 7-Eleven are def up there. Shout out to God, DJ God, who produced 7-Eleven. That song slaps. He's also been on some other shit. I mean, like some Evil Air and like some WIFIGAWD stuff and Marcy May, and so he's definitely been around. Like all those names that everyone should be familiar with, that they've like listened to RCB once, because that's how they got to RCB. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely good stuff all around here. Not one of my favorites from them, but still a great project. Like,
yeah, it's not one that I really revisit that often, but
yeah, if I'm just like in the car, like I'm in, just trying to listen to some RCB for like 20 minutes, like that's not what I go to.
what I'm going to.
Right, but it's still, like I said, like I keep saying, really good. Not that much wrong with it, top to bottom. It's too short to like really be whack in any way.
Right, yeah, it doesn't really like have much. It doesn't really slip up at any.
Right, it doesn't overstay its welcome, which is super nice and super important. And I feel like we're gonna get to these next couple projects here that are some of our favorites, and favorite. I think both of our favorite like RCB group project is coming up, which is Bizzare Adventure.
Bizzare Adventure. This was I could talk about this one for a while actually.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean I've like listened to this one a lot.
It also helps because it's like the only one on streaming that isn't like
yeah, right, yeah. This was and this was also my introduction to the group, so maybe that has something to do with it. Because like, if this is like the first time hearing this sound, it's like I guess it hit me harder.
You know,
And
what's
like,
funny is I heard this one after I heard like a bunch of their projects, like
mhm.
like a couple weeks after, like at least. Like I heard this one a while after I heard like all their other group stuff.
Oh really?
And it was like hearing their best like group project way after the other. I mean, all the other ones were great, of course, but like
Mhm.
just hearing this one was such a revelation to me.
Yeah, just like every track just like has like so much identity of its own.
Yeah,
Like
and
the
it's like
it's very like they're able to cover like kind of a wide range of sounds, and like it's not even any longer or like that much longer than their other ones. It's still only like 8 tracks in 20 minutes.
it's a super easy listen.
Yeah.
Also, I definitely think it benefited from having like Loco Los on here and like was it the I don't know how to pronounce the guy on the last track. I mean, I've listened to his projects. Was it like Crux? KRXXK. I'm
Oh yeah.
butchering his name. Apologies to him because he's fucking dope,
Mhm.
and all of his like his shit with Locos is really good, and like so I don't no disrespect intended there, but
Mhm.
yeah, his stuff's really good, but his production on that last track, Vanity with
The
Marcy
Marcy
Main and
Main
5G,
5G. Yeah.
so fun. Like, why hasn't that crossover happened sooner? Like, that
Mhm.
was such a natural, like, hey, Five Finger Posse and like RCB, can we get more of those tracks, please?
Yeah.
Like,
There's. I do think it's
like
kind of weird that Cartier is not on here.
it is weird.
It's like this is like kind of the big like, and if you go on Bandcamp, like there's this huge list of like credits, and there's like a lot of people on here, but like Cartier isn't listed, which is like kind of weird.
No, you have like, a lot of people that weren't on here, like Locos and like, obviously, like I said, Craig, whatever, however his name is pronounced.
Yeah.
I'm butchering it. Someone yell at me in the comments. But yeah, however you pronounce him, he was on here. He was, these are guys that are like, BMB guys are like associated with that, like really, really super, super dark sound. And so like this is a really fun project, but also still has that like air of darkness to it in the back half, like Pentagram and like
Like
Mad
even like
Max.
Mad Max
Yeah.
has like this really dark sound, but it's like very melodic though still, and it's very kind of in your face, like
Oh yeah.
it's super memorable.
Oh yeah. It's like yeah, it's Matt. That's a super great song, and it's
Mhm.
just like just euphoria captured in like a
Mhm.
track. Um,
Like
like
it just feels it just sounds so like layered, like it's like this one melody, but there's like so many different layers of it like coming at you.
oh for sure, and like you kind of don't want to process it at first,
Yeah.
but like when the beats and the vocals like really sync,
Hmm. Just
like
comes together.
crazy.
Hmm.
Seriously.
And
Um,
I know that OK is like the starting track on Bandcamp and on SoundCloud, which is like I guess I would call that like the real track list, because like Bandcamp and SoundCloud is like kind of the safe haven for all this stuff. Maybe not safe haven. I don't know if that's the right word, but kind of the
the
place for all this
primary,
rap,
yeah.
all this like obscure internet rap. But like I think Cast a Spell kind of works like better as an opener. I feel like it kind of eases you in.
I absolutely agree. I actually don't like having OK as the closer. And OK is an awesome song. So I'm not
Mhm.
dissing that song.
Yeah,
I
it's a great
freaking
song, but like as an
love,
opener, it's a
yeah.
little like
It doesn't make any sense to me as an opener.
yeah, because it kind of like it starts very abruptly. It just starts out like okay, okay, like it starts
Right.
very
And
abruptly. But
you
Cast
don't
a
even have
Spell,
a
I think, is like a perfect opener.
right. And it's like the ethos of like that project is like cast a spell.
Yeah, and that's like kind of a reoccurring motif in their music too. Like they say Cast a
Right.
Spell like in their music.
Oh no, for sure. Absolutely. Heaven or Hell is my favorite song.
Oh, same honestly.
Like
That that that.
when you first hear that like refrain, like
Mhm.
that high C refrain, and you know the one I'm talking about, like in the beginning.
Yeah,
Where it's like heaven or hell. It's like
yeah.
heaven or hell, pick one. Like, son of a bitch.
Yeah,
pick
it's
one,
got those,
something
it's got
like
those
that.
piano chords.
Oh yeah, it feels like you're being lifted into another dimension. Like it's seriously, it's like I'm descending down the rabbit hole. Like
And yeah, and that other sample that's like heaven or hell, let's rock.
let's rock. Yeah, that shows up on the tape a few times.
So iconic.
So good. Like heaven or hell, and it's got the piano in the background, and it's like let's rock. Great stuff.
Kratos, I love.
Kratos is super slept on.
Yeah, Kratos is just like this, like pure insane. Like it doesn't really undergo many like changes or anything. Like, does that song even have like a hook? Like it kind of just sounds like one like.
I think the song just comes and ends because it's pretty short. I mean, as usual.
It is pretty short. I mean, I guess all the songs are pretty short, but like just the beat is like super distorted. There's like so much going on. Just the flow is super fast.
Yeah, it's just like you have to wrap your head around it.
Yeah, it's like I don't even like remember like what the lyrics were besides like I feel like Kratos.
That's also all I remember.
Yeah, more video game references too.
Any and all video game references are welcome. Rap has always been the foremost video genre that like references video games.
Right. Yeah.
More than like any other genre, I think.
Yeah. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
Right. Exactly. Going back to the
90s. Yeah.
What we're saying is these guys are clearly descendants of Biggie. Clearly.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
Because they both reference video games.
People are so funny. Like, if you ever see like discussions on Twitter or just like forums in general, where it's like rap purists talking about like how today is like bad or whatever because like of fucking like I don't know like people that sound like Young Thug. Can you imagine showing them this and being like, "What do you think about this?"
It's like, all right. But have you heard RCB?
Have you heard Reptilian Club Boyz as they have their anime waifus on the album cover?
As they have their name written as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
And their if you look at the cover for Bizarre Adventure, it's like the third eye and
the third eye and like the anime characters.
It's very, I gotta say, it's very not problematic. It's very progressive for 2019. Shout out to, these like visions of HI-C and DUMD as like
as
anime
characters. Yeah.
And they've even got their anime groupies in the background.
Yeah, they're demon babes.
Right, with demon babes with bat wings.
Yeah, they got bat, like it's like their arms or bat wings.
Right. It just sounds like a nightmare, but it's actually wonderful music. Like this is such a really blissful project.
Mm-hmm. It's like it does kind of sound like the cover.
It really does.
Like if you look at the cover, like I mean, you might not be able to guess what it sounds like, but once you hear it, you're like, oh yeah.
You're like, yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, really. I mean, this is to me like their best like group project. Even though Cartier is not on here. Which
is really weird that this is like, especially because this is the one that's on every streaming platform, so it kind of feels like a breakout project almost. Because I think it is like it's one of their most popular. It's one of their most talked about.
Oh yeah.
Besides Demons in Tokyo.
Yeah, this is definitely this one, Demons in Tokyo, and I think the next one we're gonna talk about are like their most.
Oh yeah, this one got big too. This came out recently. This came out like a few months ago. The next one.
Yeah. So it was definitely a tipping point for them. But yeah, Vanity is such a crazy song. I wish that we had like Five Finger Posse's latest album was fire, and I just wish that this like was on that album in a sense. Like not that it doesn't belong on this album, but it also like could have gone on that album. Like or why couldn't
it's more tread driven.
You couldn't have like a HI-C feature on like See No Evil or something. Like why couldn't you do that? But anyhow, make that collab happen there on the internet. All right, like our audience of 30 people here will make that collab. Get 5G to listen to this. Get sub 9K to listen to this.
If at least five of you do it.
Right, he'll definitely listen. There's no way Five Finger Posse are getting that many DMs.
Right, yeah.
Which is a shame. because they're great.
Yeah, which is a shame because they're very talented.
They really are, and they deserve to be bigger.
Yeah, they have excellent music.
They had a moment a little bit. Like I feel like black punk rock, like they had like a little bit of a moment.
Black punk rock is like one of the best like songs of like the SoundCloud rap wave.
Yeah, it's just like one of the best things.
It's just one of the best songs. Like period. That's the end of the.
Just sentence. The way that it comes in, the way that it comes on is like the hardest. Shit.
Yeah. It has like this like dark like intro. It's got like the producer tags, and then like the beat kicks in, and like the verse.
It's just like it's so good. Just the like all of those on that whole tape, like every
the Trapped in the Trenches.
Yeah, that whole Trapped in the Trenches tape.
That is an excellent tape.
Legendary tape for sure. For sure. Black punk rock, absolutely fire. Going Buku, you know, classics up and down that tape, and every fucking Working on Dying producer tag is perfect, and that is
Wake Up Filthy.
with the cell phone.
Yeah.
Or like the Forza one, although R.I.P. Forza, just because you fucked that one up. But the Wake Up Filthy tag is great. Yeah. Also, every time a rapper references Filthy, like while Filthy's producing the beat, also legendary. Like I need every single I feel like Filthy bar, just all of them.
I really like Oogie Mane's tag too with Matt.
Oh yeah, of course. Like Oogie Mane killed it. It's from Overwhelming.
Yeah, it was from Overwhelming. I know I was like totally clowning on Matt Ox in my video just because he's like it's kind of very easy to.
He's like younger than my younger brother.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, my younger brother is nearly 16, and Matt Ox is his.
People were like mad that I was hating on Matt Ox though.
Matt Ox's album was like fine. It was like fine.
I really did not like his album.
Yeah,
I really didn't like it that much.
It was very much like it was very much like decent to me.
Like I mean, it was just kind of like average. Like it wasn't like a tread album. It was like just a regular.
It was like a tread pop album.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
The song with Keith was really good.
The features on there were good.
He got features. I wonder how much the label paid.
Yeah.
Seriously, like I don't know.
This was on there.
I'm taking a look.
I don't even remember. I'm like looking it up.
The Matt Ox discography.
I think the only like Matt Ox like album or this he has like some mixtapes probably.
He has a mixtape. It's the one. It's Oxworld. It's like whatever. It's like very much.
Like Ballet was on there.
Yeah.
Ballet.
This and that was on there. Michael Myers, Overwhelming. He's got a song with Chao, which is the funniest juxtaposition of artists ever.
Oh, I've not heard that. I should do that. Oh, he has a song with Lil Tracy apparently.
Yeah.
Dude, did you know that Lil Tracy is like the son of one of the guys in Diggable Planet?
Yeah, that's like when you're like a rap nerd. That's like something that like makes you.
Yeah, like I learned that recently, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Diggable Planets also suck now, so it's like a real shame.
I mean, yeah. What was? Oh yeah. Like.
No. My bad. Shabazz Palaces.
Shabazz Palaces. Yeah.
I was like, Diggable Planets have never even come close to sucking. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Diggable Planets fucking own. But yeah, Shabazz Palaces.
I know what you mean.
Shabazz Palaces are bad now.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really found any of their projects that interesting after Black Up, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
Black Up is so great.
And it's just like they fell off.
Yeah.
They really fell off.
Sucks because Black Up was so great.
For sure. Also, rap is just like passed them by, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. Because they're like, because they kind of did their own. They did their own thing. It was kind of an experimental tape that kind of fulfilled its own niche. But I don't know. Now their stuff's just kind of boring.
Yeah, it doesn't. It has just to me. It doesn't serve much of a purpose.
It's like nap rap. Like
right. I'm literally sleeping.
Just falling asleep to this.
Falling asleep over here.
It sucks because they started off so strong and like Ish is super talented.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's just like they should have went. We did a fall off episode. They should have been in that episode. Now I'm upset that we didn't put Shabazz Palaces in the fall off episode because they fell the fuck off.
Yeah.
But about a group that hasn't fallen off even after making a classic is RCB because they came back.
Yeah.
They came back with RockOutGang.
RockOutGang, which I didn't spend that much time listening to this one as I maybe should have, because like I didn't really love it when I first heard it, and I listened to it a second time and liked it a little bit more. But it's like it's definitely a little bit slower paced, I feel like. I mean, you're probably more familiar with it than I am, so you can probably speak on it better than I can. But yeah.
Yeah, it definitely feels like their like take on like more melodic sounds.
Yeah.
There's like some bop in there and stuff, and like some more like kind of playful and like, you know, newer, lighter sounds in there, but it's still
definitely a
like
change of pace, and it's longer too than most of their other
yeah,
stuff.
it's like 40 minutes, which for them is like a double album, like seriously. So
Like, I didn't even realize it was 40 minutes. I thought it was like 30 minutes. Like, dang.
yeah, it's that like Waffle, but like still though, tracks like Waffle House is fire. Real Sisters is fire, which coincidentally not a cover of the Future song Real Sisters, but nonetheless a great song with
still fire.
With pretty much the same message, if we're being honest. Nightmare with PPG Casper, one of the best songs on there. Shout out to PPG Casper, who's got to be one of the best songs in like this new like SoundCloud wave. One of the best guys in this new SoundCloud wave. Who like the new SoundCloud wave of like how much can I be influenced by Lil Peep, but like he's actually really good at it. Like he's good.
He's good at doing that shtick.
Yeah, he's
doing like the emo rap.
Yeah, and it's like not only like it's emo rap with like you know, like pop and, you know, trap flavor to it as well.
Like is it like pop punky kind of?
Not really. Like I guess I mean
I haven't listened to him.
No, he's like he had a song last year called Paris Hilton, which is like kind of his most where you hear the Lil Peep comparison like the most. Like if you listen to it one time, like if you listen to it after this podcast and you're like, oh, I could that's Lil Peep.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it sounds like Lil Peep on like Hellboy era, like maybe like that sort of thing. A little bit poppier, but like that sort of thing. But he's really good though. Like his song like Vogue this year that came out earlier this year is definitely one of like my favorite like SoundCloud songs of the year. It's super crazy. It feels like a hit, and it only has like 40K views on YouTube, and I'm like, damn, this song should be doing way better. Like it sounds like a Billboard hit. Like so yeah.
How does his sound kind of play off of RCBs on
Nightmare? RCBs? Yeah, well, they actually have like his producer, like one of it, like HI-C produces the track, but like they have a lot of like the same like producer tags. Like I mean, Matty V's on here, who's obviously like a legend, but just in terms of like, you know, he'll show up more on HI-C stuff. But like like Tommy Too Hottie is like the guy who did like that Paris Hilton song, and he did some other like songs with PPG Casper. He also did a DUMD song from last year, so he has some familiarity with them. But like I think the sound like blends together. Like they're very different. Those artists like HI-C and PPG Casper are like very different, but also like they're kind of like still cut from the same cloth and like what they listen to.
Yeah, like a lot of the SoundCloud stuff, like in the underground, is like all very connected.
Right.
Like a lot of people working with each other, even if it's not super apparent.
Yeah, and that's just like you can tell they all listen to each other, you know.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Also, shout out to the song Corpse Bride, which sounds like the movie Corpse Bride. And shout out to Rihanna, just the song title. An absurd song title for an absurd song. And it's just exactly what you would expect.
Yeah, I really need to go back and listen to it again.
Yeah, this is a really great project.
Yeah, I think I've been kind of sleeping on it because like a lot of people were hyping it up, but like I just didn't like it that much when I first heard it.
Yeah, Nightmare, Racks on Racks, Rockstar, Waffle House, Real Sisters. Those are like my favorites from it. I listen to it a lot. I don't have it at like a 9 yet, but I might in time. Like it just, I don't worry about ratings that much. So, one day I'll listen to it and I'll be like, oh yeah. And that's kind of like my thought process. So, but yeah, Fire Project. I feel like you'll like it more.
Yeah, I think I will too.
Just because like I feel like a lot of RCB stuff and like just like knowing you and like seeing how your ratings have changed on things like over time. Just since I've been like following your like account and stuff, I feel like it wouldn't be out of the question at all like for you to be like, oh yeah, this is actually really good.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I mean, that's all I gotta say on that. I feel like we can get to the high C stuff.
Get to the high C stuff. Get to the meat and potatoes.
Right, the legend himself. Honestly,
legend himself, HI-C.
One of like my favorite artists. Like
yeah, like doing stuff right now. Yeah,
he's
like probably my like. I don't know if like what you consider new school nowadays. Of like the new wave of rappers.
He's definitely very high on the list. I guess we could do. I mean, I don't think emo Bankroll Posse is like much to write home about. Like it's fine.
Yeah, it's like you can tell that it's like very early. Like when you go back and listen to it, that like you can tell kind of what he wants to make and what he would go on to do in the future is kind of like this, but like much more polished.
Right.
There's like not that much going on even like from a production standpoint. It's like kind of simple.
Yeah, and I think that like the best thing about it is the cover art.
Oh yeah, like like when I saw the cover art, I was like, "Oh, this looks like it's gonna be fire." And then like I guess I was kind of disappointed, but at the same time, it is super early, so I don't really like expect that much from it. But like this is a really great cover art.
Really good cover art, and I feel like
the emo Chao.
His other projects from that year were like better. Like the next one, the Cloud Surfer, Kwabunga Swagg, Bich, like that one. Sorry for just that. Really obnoxious.
Yeah, that really one. Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Really obnoxious title right there. But no, Baby I Don't Dance is an incredible song. Like that song justifies this whole project. You don't have to listen to anything else.
Just the one song. And it's a really short project anyway. It's only like 15 minutes or so.
Oh yeah, it's like 16 minutes. Like but yeah, Baby I Don't Dance, like straight up fire song. One of the best HI-C songs. Great tape. Like once again, fire cover art.
Like super early too. Is this like because his name used to be C Boogie. Was that like the first tape that was under the name HI-C? The Cloud Surfer one?
I think it's it is the first one. Even though in the credits it says producer C Boogie.
Although, oh wait, no, he has another one, that Money Fetish one that was C Boogie.
Right, which is C Boogie from the same year, but Cloud Surfer was after that. So.
Okay.
But yeah, Cloud Surfer is a great tape. Baby I Don't Dance, HI-C, Spill My Drink. That like 3-song run is as good as anything he would do for a while.
Right. Yeah, I think HI-C like kind of. It's like he had the full artistic vision before the rest of the group did.
For sure. It just took a while to catch on.
Yeah, because he's like, all right, this is what I'm doing. You guys got to listen.
Right.
It's my crazy ideas because they are wonderful.
Because they're wonderful. They're gonna work. I promise.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a great EP. I don't have much to say about it because once again, it's pretty short.
Yeah, it is pretty short.
I think Money Fetish, Renegade Demon. Is this like the most underrated like RCB project?
I think so. I haven't listened to it that much. I haven't listened to it that much. But from what I've listened to it, like in the times that I have listened to it, I've liked it a lot. I haven't I guess felt that compelled to revisit it, but it is really like, just kind of quality RCB sound. Just like
ahead of its time, like so.
Yeah, this was only 2016.
It was 2016, man. Like no one was doing
crazy. Like this sounds kind of like the most like fleshed out RCB project like from this time.
Like who the hell in their right minds was making music in 2016 that sounded remotely like this?
Yeah, it's crazy. And I love the cover art too. There's 2 cover arts. The one on SoundCloud is like different. Where he's like just wearing the Goku shirt.
Yeah, this is like the first. 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 Yeah, this is like the fir The cover art on the RYM page is
that one's much better
great.
with all the Doom guys.
That's a great cover.
I
Also,
thought, is it Doom or is it no? Yeah, I think it's Doom.
It is.
Yeah.
Shout out to the last like 3 songs. Also, Pepe Le Pew, great title there.
Mm-hmm.
Really like just really great. I'm gonna keep saying like, hey, this is great. Hey, this is great. But,
Right.
honestly,
Yeah. Because it's like,
like Walk Like a Ghost. I mean, Walls Like a Ghost. Excuse me. Like that's probably my favorite song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When it comes to like HI-C tapes, I'm like more familiar with the recent ones.
Right. I haven't listened to this one as much as I've listened to the ones that would come after this.
Yeah, same. So that's why like I don't have as much to say.
I feel like every time I listen to this, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot how good this was.
Right, yeah, because it's like I guess it's just like I don't really remember how it sounds as vividly as some of the other ones that I've spent more time with.
It's just ahead of its time, you know.
Yeah, it really is. Like for 2016, like it's a really crazy mixtape.
Yeah, this would be crazy in 2018, and it
really would be. Like, I mean, it'd be crazy. Like, it's still crazy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's
like maybe we'll get to a point where like this sounds dated.
I hope not.
I think to get to that point, it would have to be like for a long time from now.
Oh, it would have to be like at least 10, 15 years.
Yeah. Because like if like everyone else is like making music like this, which like I don't know. I mean, I don't know when that's gonna happen because I don't really see this like ever getting like mainstream success.
No, I don't see it either. I think you would need a song like you would need some songs that I'll talk about later with HI-C, but I don't think
like I could I mean I could see them getting as big as like 100 gex or something.
Oh, for sure. Like where you have like a decent, we have a pretty good following.
Like, yeah, 100 gex has been like huge. Like they got like really popular over the past like few months or so.
Yeah, because the internet lost its brain when Money Machine like a second wave though. It wasn't like when it came out. It was like months after the fact.
Yeah. Like when it came out, it was like pretty popular. But then like months, just like after it's like I feel like just recently I've noticed that it took huge. On like everybody is talking about him.
Just because people are like, wow, this isn't music. This is so trash.
They're like, they're kind of like this decade's like Death Grips, pretty much.
Right.
Like how everyone was freaking out about like Guillotine and stuff.
Right.
And like the Money Store.
The only difference is that Death Grips 100x audience is not just white guys on their computers.
Yeah, they got a good
audience
range of audience because it's not just like all this testosterone fueled rage.
Right. it's not just a lot of like, you know, I seen footage and hacker all the time.
Not just like
right. Seriously.
Yeah. It's
shout out to Money Store. Still a great album.
Money Store is still a great album. The Powers That Be is my favorite, but yeah.
It's a dope album. We've successfully just talked about every white thing on this podcast.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like I don't even listen to Death Grips anymore, and I
haven't listened to Death Grips in a while, but
in at least like a year or 2 years.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably been like a year since I've actually like sat down and like listened to Death Grips.
I was like, yeah, let me listen to a Death Grips album. Like that hasn't happened.
I mean, I was like my peak Death Grips obsession was in like middle school.
And well, yeah, that was probably what, like mid 2010s.
Yeah, like 2015 or so.
Yeah, you know, everybody goes through it.
Yeah.
That's just,
you know, you acquire the taste and you fall down the rabbit hole.
Right, and then you think you're like, you know, I mean, I don't even think I thought I was like super unique, but still.
Right, yeah, it's just like I'm just like, oh, this is cool, this is catchy.
Exactly. But I guess, you know, moving forward in the HI-C/RCB world. Reptilian Shrine is up next, which I'm gonna come at you about because your rating for this is too low.
See what did I rate it?
I think you gave it a 3.5 or a 7.
3.5. Yeah, 7 out of 10. Yeah, maybe it is too low. It's just I haven't revisited it that much. I mean, like for me, like 3.5 means like I like it. Like I think. Really good.
It does for me too. Yeah, I'm still saying that I think it's a lot better than 3. Only because this has been one of my most played like Hi-C or RCB projects. Like definitely one of my most listened to ones.
Yeah, I've definitely like I've given it a pretty good amount of listens like on SoundCloud and everything, but or more actually mostly on Bandcamp. I think I listened to this one on Bandcamp a little bit more than SoundCloud, but I don't know. I guess just the tracks don't like stick out to me as much as they do on other ones. It's like it's a very solid tape overall, but I guess like the individual tracks like don't jump out at me as much. Maybe that's just because I haven't listened to it enough, but I guess that's kind of just where I'm at with it.
Well, I was gonna say, like, to me, the run from like OG Gas to the end of that album is like one of their best runs.
Like, I remember these songs like Charles Manson is really good.
Gucci Wing 666 is so beautiful. Like the way he does that, like the way Hi-C comes in on that, I can't even like do it. It's like pull up, like white tee, Gucci shades, like just the way he comes in on that, and it's so melodic, and it like foreshadows what he'd be doing like in 2020. Like Gucci Wings is one of my favorite Hi-C songs. OG Gas also. I mean, is that the only time I've ever gone over like working on Dying? Because Oogie Mane did that beat, and that's got to be the only time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, OG Gas is a really great song. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it's like OG Gas, Boot Bun, slow it down. Like that's
yeah,
and that's such a 2017 Tread song. Like so, therefore,
yeah, it is. That's like peak like Tread.
That's peak working on Dying, peak Tread.
Peak working on Dying. It's like working on Dying and RCB. Like that. That's why like I think they're kind of connected to the whole Tread thing too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They definitely like are in or around Tread. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Like they might be more associated now with like kind of this newer wave of like Surge, but you know, back in 2017, they're like, you know, definitely popping off with the Tread.
Yeah, Tread, like just what they've done, like, and I think like OG Gas is like definitely one of the. I mean, there's a million Tread songs, and I'm like, oh, this is one of the best Tread songs. But OG Gas is definitely one of the best Tread songs. Like just the way the song starts, and then like 15 seconds in, it loops back, and then you get that like menacing intro.
Yeah,
and then,
I love how like Tread songs like open.
How they open so hard and they just like go back and they cut back and then you get like the 3 producer tags in a row.
You get the producer tags. It's like, oh, you know, it's about to go.
You know, it's about to hit. The beat's about that sub bass is about to murder your car speaker.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It really do be like that. It really do. This is like such a good tape. Like I think this is an excellent tape. Like Splinter Cell, Fire, like Powered Up, like Broly, Fire. People love Shroomburger also, which is a really good song. Not one of my favorites, but definitely a really good song. But yeah, I think, like I said, the run from OG Gas to the end of the album, like Demons Counting Up is one of the best songs that either of them two have done. Really, just like I think this is better than Demons in Tokyo. That's my hot take.
I could see that. I mean, I could definitely see my rating like going up the more I listen to it. It's like kind of spoilers, but I think I'm gonna do a video on Surge soon, and I'll definitely like be revisiting all these projects more.
For sure, the community needs that. We need the Surge video.
Need the Surge video, yeah. I'm kind of working on. I was working on the thumbnail for it, but it was like being really annoying because like I got the word Surge kind of written out in a similar way that I did Tread. But like it kept there's like this white background that like I keep trying to get rid of it. It's like annoying. But yeah.
No, Surge, we need the Surge video. The community needs it.
Need the Surge, yeah.
Definitely be on the look for that. You heard it here first. Living off borrowed time exclusive.
The Surge video is in the works.
Yeah, this is an exclusive Living Off Borrowed Time. Drop the Funk Flex bombs on this announcement.
Yeah.
We got the 108 Mike Surge video.
Surge video confirmed. It'll be soon. It'll either be the next one or the one after that.
Right. And you just dropped a video recently on Cloudhead.
Yeah, that's
so everybody go watch that. Everybody go watch that.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Debate whether they're actually Cloud Rap or not, which they are.
Yeah, because there's room for debate there.
There's room for debate, but yeah, the Reptilian Shrine, great project, great cover art. Love the OG Bapestas on there. Shout out to anyone who, any sneakerheads out there. The Bapestas definitely a fire shoe from the 2000s. They go for a lot now because most of them are ruined because they're from a long time ago. But definitely a dope cover art and a really great project. And I guess this takes us to the best HI-C project. Well, I think the best HI-C project.
I think so too. Are we talking about High the Lone Star mixtape?
Yeah, I feel like this is like his masterpiece. Like
this, yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like this is like so far like his magnum opus.
Yeah, like I'm thinking of hitting this with a 5. Pretty. I think
too, actually.
Yeah.
Like just every like it's really tight. Like it's 9 songs. It's like 20 minutes or so, like 25 minutes, and like it's like just as long as all his other ones. But like every single track just stands out so much.
Yeah, I think I don't know why is my favorite anything.
Dude, like, that song is so catchy. It gets stuck in your head like instantly.
The first 15 seconds and the last 15 seconds are some of the most beautiful shit.
Yeah, it's such a great hook. Like, and also it's not like I like this tape a lot, but it's because it's like it's not super overwhelming with its like production and with its and with everything it does. Like it takes its time to like kind of flesh out like all these melodies and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know what I said about like Legendary Member being like the ultimate like summer Drain Gang album? I feel like this is that because I feel like it's the most. I feel like it's like one of the 2 most accessible like HI-C projects, and it's also like a really like this was the first HI-C project I heard, and it's like super inviting. And
yeah, like the first song, I fell in love with the bands. That's right. Like because it uses like a what?
If you listen to that and you like it, you're gonna like the whole sound.
Yeah. It's like because like the flow kind of it's kind of like a regular kind of like trap flow that you'd hear in like a mainstream song, but like the production and like just how like cloudy everything is and how it kind of sounds just like everything is like blowing up in the background, like these like explosive sounds and these like explosive drums and everything.
Absolutely.
It's like sort of just taking this sound like another level.
It does like the what's the little like production tag in the background? It sounds like a
is it the is
yeah,
that one
like
on there?
Yeah, that one. Oh, that one's all over this tape. But yeah, I don't know why. I could talk about that song for so long because that song, I've been in love with that song since I've been in love with the bands, but I've also been in love with that song since like the first.
There's so many like just memorable hooks on this record.
Like the way that song ends, where he's like, "I don't know why, baby." Like the way he does that at the end is so beautiful and like evocative. Like it's just a sound that I hadn't. That even if you listen to other RCB projects, you don't hear songs like that.
Yeah. It's like because it's so like melodic. It's almost like an alternative R&B kind of song.
Right, exactly. Except
yet it's still wrapped up in like this super cloudy atmosphere.
Right, and you're just like tripping balls while listening to it. Like,
yeah.
It's just essentially that.
Takes you to another plane of existence.
Exactly. Also, she know the way.
She know the way. She know the way. It has like a similar. Yeah, it has like a similar kind of. Yeah.
That song is so perfect. Like, oh my god, that song is so perfect. Like the first like 5 songs, like I'm Skywalker. Like the first this whole thing is just
the whole thing. Yeah, like I think if it was just like the first 5 songs, I would probably already have it at like a 5 out of 5.
Oh yeah, that would be like the best EP ever.
That would be like that's like a perfect EP.
The first 5 songs are like literally,
and the last 4 songs are really great too. I just like I guess they don't really stick out in my head as much as the first part, but yeah.
Surf's Up is flames.
Yeah, and Little Tracy's on there.
Yeah, and The Long Way. The Long Way is also. The Long Way is fire.
It's I've been meaning to buy this album like on Bandcamp, but it's like $10 on Bandcamp, which is like kind of a lot for like a 9-track.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah. I feel like this is the case of it being worth it though.
Yeah, I think I might just have to bite the bullet and do it because what I did is like I kind of just found all the songs like reposted on SoundCloud and like made it into a playlist.
Yep, that's exactly what I did. Well, actually, there is a playlist of it on SoundCloud that is now with the correct. There's one like with the correct track order too, because there are 2. There's one that doesn't have the correct track order, and there's one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I found the one that has the incorrect track order, and I just like and I like reordered it like in the right order, but I kept it private because like, you know, I want people to support HI-C, even though I'm being a complete hypocrite because I didn't buy the album. But, you know, maybe I should now that I've put that out there. Maybe
Right, now that
put out there that I'm just, you know, a dirty pirate.
you've opened yourself up for criticism.
Yeah, I have. You know, I gotta do it. I think it is worth it. I think HI-C does deserve my money.
Yeah. Also, every time I hear the like I see like tag in the background, it just like gives me life.
Yeah.
So, honestly, just really great. Like, there's nothing about this that I would change. Honestly, like it's airtight from front to back. The first 5 songs are one of the best EPs ever, but also like the last 3 songs are secretly just as good, or at least very close to it.
Yeah.
So this might be a 5. If you look at my 5s and like tonight or the next few days, you might see it in there just because I'm probably going to listen to it a million times after this podcast. And, you know, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe
I could see it moving up that far for me too.
Maybe I'll fuck around and put in. Maybe I'll fuck around and put an album with like, you know, Hentai Nurse in my 5s.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's got that. It's got like the Amy Rose or the Amy Rose fan art. I almost said cosplay, but it's not cosplay. It's
not. It's not, but it could be. But also,
imagine like cosplaying is the Amy Rose from the High the Lone Star mixtape cover.
Oh my gosh, we've officially reached 2 online at this point. Like everyone's like
peak internet right here.
Everyone's like, who the fuck is High the Lone Star? What?
High the Lone Star mixtape cover 20. Okay, it says yeah. And another thing that's interesting is it's 2016 to 2017. So like was this like recorded like back before
like RCB was the thing?
Yeah, like that's like amazing too.
Like,
this is like the most refined thing. Like this sounds like it would be the most recent project.
Yeah, this is definitely, like I said, this is like the masterpiece of HI-C.
Really is.
And he has a few of them, but this is like his ultimate masterwork.
It is like in the cover art's really iconic.
Yeah, and also just like another thing. So you know, for there's very few people I think that listen to this that like. I think you're one of the only people I think on RYM that like also follows me on Instagram, just on a social media platform outside of the website. And I post like, you know, Instagram stories sometimes of like what I'm listening to. And I posted like the High the Lone Star, right?
Yeah.
And my friend who doesn't listen to like underground hip hop or anything, like swiped up and was like, cover art's mad sus. And I was like, listen to it.
It's like, dude, listen to it. You'll understand the cover art once you listen to it.
And I don't think he listened to it, but I told him, he was like, what is it? And I tried to explain to him like what like rap is now. Like he was just like he was like, music in the 2020s is gonna sound so fucking weird.
It's like the meme that's like the picture of like Charlie from It's Always Sunny, and he's got all the like pictures or like the
yeah. It's
you know what I'm talking about.
Well, that was Patrick and I when we tried to explain the chart of experimental hip hop. The 14.
Yeah.
Great times. But yeah, this is a fucking masterpiece. I have no problem saying that. I feel like this is going to influence a lot of hip hop. Like this tape.
It's gonna be a modern classic. We're saying it right here, folks.
Modern
classic. High the Lone Star mixtape.
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, so I guess Underworld Order, the WIFIGAWD.
The WIFIGAWD collab. That's next.
Yeah, shout out to WIFIGAWD.
Yeah, shout out to WIFIGAWD. He's another pretty big figure in Tread.
Yeah, Trenches to Riches, fire.
Yeah, that's that tape. Yeah,
some of the best Tread beats on there. And he's great on this. I think this is his second best project. It's my second favorite project of his.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Because he has other projects that are really good too, but I think this one is like.
Yeah, him and HI-C, I think, play off of each other pretty nicely.
Yeah, they have such good chemistry.
Yeah, they do.
This just goes hard as fuck.
Yeah, and especially like over these beats, because it's like it's not as like whacked out sounding as like, you know, what you maybe expect from a HI-C tape, but I think like his style kind of works. Like it works over it.
Yeah, it really does. Like, and I feel like, you know, songs like, you know, Stick and that first track is probably my favorite song.
I mean,
Same thing with Serving and like Money on Fold. All I Know. Those first three songs are really top tier shit. But yeah, like Wi-Fi has been he's been working with DOMD for a few years, but like HI-C is just a perfect match. Like this is like Wi-Fi's like most melodic project probably.
Yeah, because like HI-C is like pretty likes to do melodic stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
He like produced this tape, right?
Yeah, he did the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to HI-C for just lacing WIFIGAWD with his best beats, I think, since Trenches to Riches. I mean, he's got, like I said, WIFIGAWD's got some dope projects and like some projects that definitely still hold up, like the EP. What was the UTP Soldier or UPT Soldier that has Wi-Fi Season's really good. That was the one I was thinking of, Wi-Fi Season. But yeah, like
I haven't heard his more recent tapes. WIFIGAWD's more recent tapes. I haven't.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you've only heard Trenches to Riches and like this one, definitely check out Born from Hate and check out Wi-Fi Season.
Will do. For
sure. He also had a mixtape this year that was pretty good. I liked it. I thought it was consistently like good throughout. So there's also a song on there with Wiki, which is pretty cool. Some New York rappers coming together, and Wiki being in Rat King, like you wouldn't think that he would collab with like WIFIGAWD.
Yeah, with like this tread stuff.
Yeah, but also Wiki's last album like had a bunch of different like genres. Like it was East Coast, but it was also like trap and like just like had like some abstract hip hop in there and like just some regular like boom bap in there. It was a lot of different stuff. So I feel like he also is like a chameleon too. So, but yeah, Underworld Order. Not much I can say about it that people are like that most people in RYM like wouldn't already agree with that have listened to it. Like 4G Auto is a fire song. There's a bunch of good rap songs about 4G Auto rims. And that's another one. Like rappers love rapping about 4G Auto rims. They're really fucking expensive. If you've ever looked them up. The most expensive rims on a car that you can get, I think, which is probably why rappers rap about them.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of good rap. Like there's a great Playboy Cardi song, 4G Auto. There's a Chief Keef song, 4G Auto.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff. So, yeah, rappers and rapping about 4G Auto rims. You love to see it. But great tape. One of Wi-Fi, probably WIFIGAWD's second best tape. But yeah, I guess we can talk about
Pretty Demon Rockstars.
Yeah, this is one where I feel like this is his most popular release.
Yeah, actually, yeah, this was like kind of a break. Like people were talking about this a lot when it came out.
Yeah, like it's got like
and it's only 3 tracks, but like it's very tight.
Definitely
like, 3 tracks are all great.
It's definitely his poppiest release. Poppiest release, excuse me. I can't do the English.
Ball Out, it's very catchy.
Ball Out is the best thing ever. Like
Ball Out is probably my favorite song of 2020 so far.
Yeah, it is for me. Ball Out, that song, like there was recently just in my life, like I got a job and I moved from where because I just graduated college a few months ago. And
congrats.
Congrats. Graduating in the pandemic.
Yeah, right. Like I just graduated high school.
Wow, really? I thought you were only like 2 years younger than me, but nope, I guess not. Graduating high school, making moves on YouTube already. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. But yeah, that's dope. Congrats also, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ball Out has just been my mood for like the last 2 weeks because like I got the job and like I'm moving and like it's a decent job. It's such like a euphoric song that I've just been in the mood to like ball out in a sense.
Yeah. Just every time it comes on. Although I do think it's weird that there's like 30 seconds of silence. Yeah. Just like at the end.
Well, shout out to Dismiss Yourself who put that all on YouTube and eliminated the silence.
Yeah, he got rid of the silence.
Shout out to him. Also, my favorite part in Ball Out is at like the 90-second mark when like It's like watch me ball out, and then it goes into
yeah,
like
we starts like
yeah, he
singing.
starts like he does like the pop breakdown, and then it goes into like the it's like RCB man, shout out Matty V man, turn up, let's get. And it goes back for the second hook again, like it just
Yeah.
builds up. That's my favorite bit of the whole song, and then it ends with like the vocals fading out. And it's like turn up, turn up, turn up, and you're just like yes, I turn up, like let's go.
It's like yeah, because it's like a pop. It's kind of like a pop rap song because it's like because this hook is like very melodic and very sticky, but it like doesn't really go by like a structure that you'd expect.
It really
The way
does.
it plays out is just so.
The way it comes in, where it's like young IC man, I rock out, and it's got like that car in the background, like with the
Yeah.
boom. I love like also I love the Maddie V producer tag where it's like Maddie Vanowie, like in the Maybach music girl voice.
Yeah.
So yeah, the ball out's perfect. Probably
All it's perfect. The other songs are pretty good too.
yeah, one of like my 3 favorite songs of the year. Bye Bye is also a fucking stellar track. Um, that's like straight up pop music, like just hitting them with the like bye bye bye, like just the whole hook.
Yeah.
Like that is just so once again like the euphoria of this project. I think is this project and like High the Lone Star like to me are the best high C projects because like they just channel like this sense of euphoria that
yeah, and it gets me excited to see like what he's gonna do next.
It's like he's only been around for a few years and he's got a whole
yeah, and it's like he's like really like starting to come into his own, I think.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely gonna be like the breakout guy from the group. I mean, he's already kind of broken out, but like
but like he'll get like the biggest probably. Yeah. Like I could see him like dropping an album that like becomes like really talked about.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like eventually at some point the music journalism crowd is gonna catch up.
Oh yeah.
They're not there yet.
Pitchfork.
Like the only source that's like really there is like Passion of the Weiss, and even then they're not really there because they've been writing a lot more about like Bay Area street like rap and stuff lately.
Yeah.
Like in the last few years. So like they've been up on Tread, like they were up on Five Finger Posse and stuff like that, and like Black Gray, like in the beginning. But I feel like they haven't really written about like I've seen one music writer that I know write about High C, and that's it. And he wrote about like this EP, and I am doing a terrible job because I forget which music writer it was. So I can't even shout him out on this podcast that he definitely won't listen to.
Like, do you think eventually like do you think Fantano would completely trash this?
Fantano would trash this.
Yeah, Fantano would not like this.
He would like Ball Out, but he would trash High C in general.
Yeah, he wouldn't like High the Lone Star mixtape, I don't think.
God bless the fact that he has not reviewed any of High C.
Dude, right? That's great. Like
High the Lone Star has a 370, which really means it has like a 4, and if it had a Fantano thing, it would have like a 320.
Yeah, that would suck.
It would suck.
More people need to listen to this.
Like this one is too low, and it's a 347. This is too low. Number 16 EP from the year. It should be number 1. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
It's
there's a
dark.
What I was saying earlier. What?
There's a dark ambient doom metal record in the top 5 of EPs. That probably isn't right. Come on.
Is that there is?
There is, yeah. Although that Fax Gang EP is pretty high up there, which is cool.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, I love that EP. I like just listened to that recently, but I've like had it on repeat.
Yeah, it's pretty great. The only song that I don't really like on there that much is Soaked, but everything else is fire.
Soaked, yeah. Cuz sometimes they do have like these hooks and stuff that kind of just like ring out like a lot, like they just repeat the same thing a lot.
Right.
But it's fire.
It's fire. Jeopardy's nuts. But yeah. Breathe 2 is one of my favorite songs of the year as well. So, but yeah, EP charts. We need number 1 to be High C and number 2 to be Fax Gang.
Or Fax Gang. I'd be fine with Fax. That's probably my favorite EP.
Yeah, Fax Gang could be up there too. Great EP. But yeah, also No Emotions is also on this EP, and it's also great.
Yeah.
I love it. I know that like for some people it's like maybe the weakest song, but not.
Yeah, it does kind of get outshined by like the first couple songs, but
just by sheer volume of it like not being as like in your face amazing.
Yeah.
But it's still a really great track and I love it. So I don't have much else to add besides that, but it's a
Besides,
great song.
great collection of tracks.
Right, 3 tracks, 9 minutes.
3 tracks, 9 minutes, all
If I was
fire.
if I was introducing someone to Hi-C, I would play them that tape. And I have introduced my friend to Hi-C, one of my good friends,
Mm-hmm.
who's like I said, very much into like underground rap and stuff. But he isn't like and like trap and all that. But he's not like just quite as like into it as I am when it comes to like the underground. But I
Yeah.
played him. I sent him this and High the Lone Star, and he was like, "This is like sonic bliss. Like, what is going on?"
Yeah.
Like, so Ball Out is definitely like his favorite. I was like, yeah, that's incredible.
That's a respectable pick.
Respectable picks all around, all
Mm-hmm.
around. But yeah, great project. Another like near masterpiece for Hi-C.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely one of his best. One of his best.
Yeah.
So now I guess to no
Forget.
more
No More
heroes.
Heroes Volume 1. This like just came out like a couple weeks ago.
Which is I was so happy that we were talking about doing this episode and we were like, when should we do it? And then No More Heroes dropped, and I was like, all right, now we can do
So
it.
now's the time.
Now's the right time.
Now that we got this new Hi-C tape, which is also pretty great.
Yeah, this tape fucking rules. I don't get the it should have a higher rating. I don't understand. I mean, it's not a bad rating, but like, come on.
Does it have like? It's like the same as
Yeah, it's the same, but
Pretty Rockstars.
it has way less ratings though, so it'll probably go down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hope not, but
Mm-hmm.
like the intro track, like No More Heroes, like come on, like the way he starts that, you're just like hell yeah, like I'm
Yeah, I
in for.
think this is like probably the most like bombastic tape that he's dropped so far. Like the loudest, the most like.
Oh, the
cluttered.
mixing is all over the fucking place.
Yeah, yeah. Because like I was like listening to this like in my car like a few days ago, and it's just so loud. It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable stuff. The second track,
Mm-hmm.
Carino, like or however you fucking pronounce the first part of that song. A great. Oh, that's one of my favorite tracks on there. Hi-C baby, Hi-C baby, dude.
Yeah.
Like this, the way he does that hook. Like,
I thought the last song was really cool. It had kind of like a rock kind of
oh
thing.
yeah.
It had like it had like electric guitars or something on there from what I remember.
No, he's definitely
Something like that.
the wall of sound at the end of it is God stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think All This Pain is one of like my two or three favorite songs on here.
DOMD is on here too. He's on one of
Yeah,
the
he's
tracks.
on London Lauren, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another really good song. Like I said, none of the songs on here are not good.
Yeah.
It's consistently great across the board.
Very solid all the way through.
Very solid. Not too much to say besides like.
Yeah, it's still pretty short. I mean, all his projects are pretty short, but we could go into that that rare Hi-C.
Yeah, that was my thing that I was gonna come up because I think this is his like second best project.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
I feel like this like Pretty Demon Rockstar, this and like High the Lone Star are like top shelf stuff.
with the other like the rare Hi-C.
Yeah, the rare Hi-C because like No More Heroes is really great too, and that one might move into that category for me in time. But the rare Hi-C, like, I mean, funny people were complaining about this being labeled rare, like it's a bootleg, like
It's like yeah, it is pretty much just like you can find like most of these singles like just by themselves, but it is a really great tape. Like if this was like a new album or something, then like I'd be all over it, and I still am all over it, even though it's a bootleg.
Yeah. Shout out to this rating being 391 from like 200.
Oh, dude, yeah. Although bootlegs are always rated super high.
Oh yeah, just because diehard fans listen to them.
Dude, yeah, because it's like only like the people who are fans are like the ones rating it. Like
Right.
that Viper bootleg got like really highly rated.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that like super long Viper bootleg.
Yeah, it's like yeah. I got that at a 5 out of 5 too. But
Oh no, I'm not dissing the Viper. I will not slander Viper here.
oh
Viper,
no, yeah, I got you. It's like 23 overall though or something.
oh no, it's nuts. Like I listened to it a while ago and I like straight up did not rate it, and I was like, oh fuck, I have to like rate that now because like it's insane.
You have to give it a 5 out of 5.
I have to give it. I don't know if I probably give it a 4.5. I won't give it a 5, but
All right.
I'll come close to you on that though. But I mean, Viper, like, yeah, you don't get this without Viper. It's a good digression. Like, you probably don't get RCB without Viper because you don't get Lil B without Viper.
Exactly.
You need Viper.
Viper really is like the pioneer of like all this internet rap stuff.
He's honestly a legend, and like
he's such a legend.
And
like,
I don't like. I feel like people like just straight up thought he was a joke.
Yeah, but like he's not. I mean, maybe he is now, but
he's now he's definitely a joke.
Yeah, with although I do love his like the Vivo channel with all the fan made music videos.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like, those are always fun to watch. And the They Hate Me Because I'm Vaporwave is like pretty solid.
Oh yeah, he's like he can still make good songs.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know.
It's like for a while he was doing that like weird auto-tune stuff.
Right, absolutely. And like, you know, a lot of his like mid 2010 stuff I never listened to. I was like, this is too much
like,
music. Like,
it's just too much, and like a lot of it's just recycled. Although he did have the Top Mala, that was like an original album. That has have you heard I Sell A1 Cocaine?
Yes. Which is a classic.
That is a classic in the Viper canon.
I think Heartless Hoodlum though might be like the most influential record like of the internet wave. Because it's like the saddest like rap album.
Yeah, it's so sad sounding. Like in the lyrics are sad too, but like just the beats and like the reverse sounds and the just all the dense sample layering. It's all very
It's just he was so ahead of his time.
He was, yeah.
He was almost ahead of himself.
Yeah, it's like and like it almost feels like a step forward from like the screwed up click wave.
Seriously.
A DJ screw sound.
No, Viper is like super important, but like people don't know that because it's Viper. Like,
yeah, but I mean? I think right. I think like there's been like kind of a Viper resurgence lately though.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
like I think people now are like kind of starting to realize, if they haven't already.
People are on the Viper wave.
Yeah, people are on the Viper wave.
The Viper wave and the Vapor wave.
Yeah, you know, Vapor wave is actually just Viper wave.
Right. Oh, honestly, Viper Creative Vaporwave.
Actually, yeah.
Column, like Viper Creative Vaporwave. Run that idea by music journalists and see if while none of them talk about it.
I mean, the music journalists were talking about Viper when he made 347 albums in a year.
but you were too.
Yeah. But like, yeah, I don't know. People were I don't know. I guess they were kind of like, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Taking the piss out of Viper.
Yeah, taking the piss out of Viper, just like kind of riffing on him, like joking on him, because you know he has all these weird cover arts and everything.
Right. Because it's Viper.
Yeah, because it's Viper, and people don't get it.
People don't get it, man. They don't get it. But yeah, Viper, essential. You wouldn't get RCB without them, and that's where we get stuff like rare HI-C.PNG.
Oh yes.
Which also was something that was on the Instagram story at one point, because Your Mind is a perfect song, and I put it on there, and same friend also swiped up. Or no, I actually sent it to him because I was like, here's another one of like with anime girls on it or whatever. just to well, because him and I both share like our love for anime, so this one was actually just me making a joke that he's into like hentai. But essentially, definitely like whenever I want to weird out my very small contingency of Instagram followers, this is like some shit that I'll put on there.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I dare any of you to listen to this.
It's like really catchy though. Like I think it's one of his more accessible tapes.
It's funny because it doesn't like the cover art kind of reflects the album. Like it's a beautifully like kaleidoscopic and like
it's very colorful.
Colorful pop rap, like, you know, trap rap. It's
like it's a little off, but it's like, you know, you can still make out what it's going for.
Oh yeah.
But then, you know, when you look at like No More Heroes, like the cover art's really weird.
Yeah. And then the first song, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Like I don't know what No More Heroes is like. I don't know what it's trying to look like. Maybe I'm too uncultured to recognize it.
I don't know. I'm clearly not based enough to understand.
It reminds me of the Wonder Pets.
Or how are we getting Wonder Pets references onto the podcast? What is going?
Nah, it's great. We got a
great.
Wonder Pets reference on the podcast. That's what it reminds me of.
We need you as a repeated guest. This is too good. This is too good.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, Rare High-C. This is a really amazing project. Like I know we're just fucking around, but like
it's got
LSD on my tongue on it. It's got
LSD on my tongue is like so catchy.
Was it Elfin Lied 222? That's another one of my favorites. And obviously, like the back, I mean, it closes so strong. Like Your Mind, the Rare High-C free verse, like the Selena Gomez freestyle, What You Want to Do, like, Halo, Skins 222 is a 5-star song. Like all these songs are just.
And it's like a pretty normal. It's like an album length. It's like about 40 minutes.
Yeah, it feels like like an actual. Like if he dropped
it feels
this,
it doesn't just feel like a mini release.
To me, this definitely feels like the High-C's like Beauty Sleep, to loop it back to like the Echo thing. Or it's This is definitely like RCB canon, but it's it's a bootleg.
Yeah, it's a bootleg, but like,
Right, who cares? You know what I mean?
Who cares? It's bootleg. It's
bootleg.
All
the songs are good. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's like, who cares if they've been out? Like now they're all here on one project. It's got this wonderful cover art.
If you told me like 4 years ago that this would be like one of my favorite albums of 2020, I'd be like, what is music in 2020? Like I would have been like, what's going on? But yeah, that's what I mean. Like these guys are so innovative, and High-C at the forefront of it all. Like he deserves to blow up because I mean he's already a legend, but he'll
find a wider audience soon.
Yeah, I have a good feeling about that, honestly. This is an awesome project. I feel like the only project we haven't talked about is the Bit-Crushed the Hexd.
The rare the stuff by Tomo.
Yeah.
Tomo the Undying.
Shout out to him.
That project is like a 10.
Oh yeah, that project is flames.
Rare RCB Hexd. And like the whole Hexd sound is like kind of become a thing too.
Right. 100%. And that that's an incredible project. Like it's so, the atmosphere and like the sound quality is like so essential to like the atmosphere.
Yeah. Have you heard there's like a version that's like not lo-fi.
Yeah, I have heard that one.
I forget what it's called. It's like Uncrushed or something. And like that version's not nearly as good.
No, the low bit stuff is like part of the sound,
Yeah.
I feel like this is really like, this is like some like Space Ghost Perps influence is like everywhere in underground hip hop.
Oh yeah, of course.
But this one, like, this is the RCB project, I think, even though it's not an official RCB project, but this is the one that like you can hear like SGP. To me anyway. But yeah, this is a fucking awesome project. Like go for it.
Okay. Well, what I was gonna say is what I think is interesting also, if we're sort of, because a lot of this stuff has kind of been bubbling like in the Rate Your Music sphere. Like a lot of people in Rate Your Music have been talking about it. I think that this actually has more ratings than any other RCB project. It has like 900 something.
Yeah, it has 939 actually.
And it's like the most, and like that's like at least like 100 more than the most rated. Like none of their projects have like over 1,000 ratings, I don't think.
No, not even close.
Yeah, except for this one, which is like kind of close, which I think is really interesting that like this is the highest rated thing.
I think the second most popular one is High the Lone Star and the Pretty Demon Rockstar. Like those have like 500-ish.
I think Demons in Tokyo has a decent amount.
Oh, Demons Tokyo has like 7 something. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. That was the one that made me pay attention to RCB, that one. Just because a bunch of my friends are reviewing it, and I was like, what is this?
And like, you can't ignore that cover art.
Cannot ignore the sex.
And not ignore the sex.
That's just a motto in life. You just cannot ignore.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
You can't ignore sex.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, incredible mix. Like one of the best DJ mixes of the 2010s for sure. Not much else to say about it besides that. Like if you like RCB, you're going to like this.
Yeah.
And if you like RCB, you've heard this already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but just I love like the low, like just how like it's super lo-fi and like it has like these high pitched vocals. It's like Nightcore taken to like an artistic level.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, you know, I think one thing that I noticed about this is just like it feels like the internet's like culmination of all of that like stuff that's bubbling. That was bubbling on SoundCloud last year. Even though it came out before some of that stuff came out, it just feels like the one that is destined to be at the forefront. Like when people talk about, you know, 6ix when they talk about cloud rap, or God's Father when they talk about cloud rap.
They're going to talk about this when they talk about like Hexd.
Right, exactly. This is going to be like the Live Love ASAP of Hexd.
Of Hexd, yeah, or like Surge or whatever you want to call it. I mean, I guess those are kind of different things. But...
Yeah, they're different things. I mean, who knows if like Surge is going to stick? It would be cool though. It's a cool name.
Yeah, Surge is a really cool name, and like so is Hexd. Like, yeah, it's all cool names.
I would like it to stick. I guess this leads me to like, you know, going forward in the next couple of years. Where do you think this stuff's gonna go?
I think it'll probably just continue doing what it's doing. It'll maybe like I mean the sound will probably diversify a little bit more, especially if we have like all these new artists that are making this kind of music. Because like people are probably going to be influenced by this because it's kind of been gaining more popularity in this very niche sphere.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. I think
I mean it's kind of hard to like predict like where it's going to go in the future, but like I love like Hexd as a genre. Like
yeah, Hexd as a genre is
like
great.
The lo-fi like Nightcore influenced hip hop.
Oh, absolutely. And like, you know, shout out to just everything that's been influenced.
Shout out to Tomo.
Shout out to Tomo. Shout out to all of RCB.
Shout out to Dismiss Yourself for kind of like being a big curator and all of this.
Yeah, being a king of that. Shout out to also our producer Kid Puke for having a hand in that compilation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently I think he told me he helped curate it a little bit. So shout out to him. He's definitely been at the forefront of like the like Nightcore rap, quote unquote, stuff. He's got a whole list on it on his page.
The crushed rap.
Crushed, yeah. Yeah, shout out to just like this whole new wave of hip hop that like pushes boundaries more than like they've been pushing a long time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Always a great thing. Like, and that's the great thing about hip hop is like that's why we love it so much. Is like it's not afraid to innovate and like because it's still so young. Like there hasn't been a time when hip hop hasn't ever been innovating. It just might not be at like a mainstream level.
Right. Yeah.
And that's kind of, you know, where we are, and that's perfectly fine. And
yeah, it's awesome.
There's lots of great stuff coming out right now. So
lots to look out for. You know, follow these artists.
Follow those artists. Follow Dismiss Yourself. You know,
yeah, Dismiss Yourself's always like posting albums on YouTube, and it's really
awesome. And they're always pretty good.
Like honestly, that is like how I've discovered all of my music this year.
Oh, for sure. I mean that, and just like, you know, I will go on SoundCloud and like dumpster dive a bunch of times, like, and just like see what I'm doing. And I'll also like dumpster dive on some of those like big lists that are like, you know, SoundCloud rap in 2020, and it's just like a bunch of artists that have like 4 ratings or 3 ratings or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's go, like let's do it. But yeah, that's, you know, that's kind of where we are right now. And shout out to, like I said, shout out to RCB. Definitely one of the best things hip hop has produced in the last few years, and I hope they continue to innovate.
Shout out to Drain Gang.
Shout out to Drain Gang.
They're part of this.
They are a part of this.
Kinda. No, not kinda. They are.
They are definitely. They're also. I mean, Goth Munnie. All these. Every
BMB.
single. Oh hell yeah, BMB for sure. Every
5 Finger Posse, everything. Working on Dying.
Every internet rap movement of the last 5 years is so important.
Yeah, although Working on Dying's kind of been doing stuff like
Oh yeah,
like
no,
mainstream stuff with like Uzi recently, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean they've had a relationship with Uzi since like 2018.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they went to high school. They went to high school
Yeah,
together.
they're both
so.
from Philly.
Yeah, Oogie said he's known him for years and years. Like he sent beats to him in like 2017 and stuff, and that's like how it started, I think. So, and their production on like his albums this year was really great. Especially the Uzi Vert versus the World. The second one.
Yeah. That was like the. Yeah, wasn't that? Didn't he say it was like deluxe, like the deluxe version of
It was the
Eternal
deluxe, but it was really
yeah, it was really the yeah.
And like that album is just like it's really Uzi doing a tread album. Like it's a tread pop trap album.
It's I didn't listen to the deluxe one because I really didn't like
Eternal
that much,
oh, interesting. Well, I would definitely listen to it because
is the deluxe one better?
The deluxe one to me is like his best project probably.
Maybe I'll have to give it a shot.
There's like at least like 4 or 5 working on dying beats, like at least. And they're really good. Lotus is an amazing song. There's like some Pierre's like best beats in like this year on that tape too. So good production. And Uzi's good on it. So yeah, great record.
Good stuff.
Good stuff all around. I feel like we keep saying that because a lot of internet rap.
We only got positive things to say.
Right, and these are the best kind of podcasts. So
yeah, we're just it's all positive.
It's all positive. So once again, shout out to Jack 108 Mics 2 underscores for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Definitely looking forward to having you on in the future. This was a great conversation. Yeah. Hopefully KP laces us with some RCB tags as we get out of here. Our outro music is usually Slightly At a Pace by Kick, but I'm going to do a little something special this week. Until next time, you are living off borrowed time, and have a great weekend, guys.